Good evening, everybody. Please do sit down. As the Vice-Chancellor of the University, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the ceremony for the Department of Allied Health Professions and Midwifery. May I introduce the platform party and welcome on my immediate left Mr. Philip Waters, who will be receiving an honorary degree of Doctor of Letters. And on my far left, Mrs. Sal Jarvis, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Education and Student Experience. On my right is Mrs. Jackie Kelly, Dean of the School of Health and Social Work. At the table to my extreme right is Mrs. Sue Grant, the Secretary and Registrar of the University, who carries the University Mace. May I also welcome our graduates, their relatives and friends to this evening's ceremony. And we will now proceed with the conferment of awards. And I will now read the citation for the conferment of an honorary degree of Doctor of Letters on Mr. Philip Waters. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to read the citation for the presentation of the Honorary Award of Doctor of Letters on Mr. Philip Waters. Philip Waters began his career with the university in 1989, when it was Hatfield Polytechnic. Then as Deputy Secretary and Registrar. He became Secretary and Registrar in 2001, a position he held for 12 years until he retired in 2013. He played a significant role in all the governance arrangements when the Polytechnic was given university status in 1992 and introduced, among other things, the university regulations, which became known as the UPRs. The name of the institution, the coat of arms, the crest, the mace and ceremonial robes used in the award ceremonies. Indeed, Philip carried the mace for my protection, I should add, at award ceremonies when I first came to the university. Indeed, I felt as we passed Sue holding the mace, I saw him twitch. Perhaps memories were fresh. Among Philip's initial responsibilities at the university were to make the first arrangements for the August clearing period, moving the award ceremonies to St Alban's Cathedral and organising the first ceremonial abroad, which took place in Malaysia in 1990. Along with his work with the bus development project, Philip devised the university's first car parking scheme, so we now know who to blame. He also worked on the first environmental policy. Philip was involved in a number of national activities in the higher education sector, including being Director of Southern University's Management Services, the sector's management consultancy firm, as Chair of the Southern University's Procurement Consortium, and as Director of Higher Education Careers Service Unit and a Director of Graduate Prospects. Back in the early 1990s, Philip was a founding director of University Bus Limited, a transport network designed to link the campuses of the then Hatfield Polytechnic and with the local community. Not only does it ferry students and staff between campuses, it also provides an important transport link for members of the public. It was then rebranded as UNO in 2005, and in 2008 bought the St Albans Centre Bus Holdings. Philip became chair of UNO in 2010, and in 2010 a joint venture was set up with the University of Northampton to become the first jointly owned university bus company in the UK. UNO now operates bus services for 4 universities, Hertfordshire, Northampton, Cranfield and Oxford, running a fleet of nearly 130 buses and supplying more than 7 million passenger trips annually. The company was named as a finalist for the award of Independent Bus Operator of the Year at the 2016 Bus Industry Awards. And can I just add, for any of you students who had to wait on a late Uno bus, it was all down to Philip. Despite his retirement, Philip isn't ready to give up his involvement with the university just yet. He has recently taken up the position of Chair of the Friends Society for retired and former staff and governors. He also continues to put his vast knowledge and expertise at the disposal of the university's Centre for Sustainable Communities with regard to transport issues. Philip is equally enthusiastic in his support of a variety of causes in the local community, having lived in Hertfordshire with his family for more than 20 years. One pie in which he has a finger is as chair of the Harpenden Secondary Education Trust, which comprises 3 outstanding secondary schools in the area. In this capacity, Philip is overseeing the opening of a 4th secondary school in Harpenden. He's also chair of the Harpenden Society, the town's civic society. Philip's other passion is cricket. As well as playing at veteran level, I like to think it should be called masters level, but veteran level, he's secretary and a vice president of the Harpenden Cricket Club. He's also a board member of the Hertfordshire County Sports Partnership, which is based here at the university. In recognition of outstanding achievement, I will now confer the Honorary Award of Doctor of Letters upon Mr. Philip Waters. I now call upon Dr. Waters to address the Assembly.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for those extremely flattering words, and can I thank the University for the huge honour in conferring the honorary degree of Doctor of Letters upon me. It's especially pleasing to do so in front of my family and so many of my former colleagues whom it's been wonderful to see here today. For 25 years, as part of my job eventually as Secretary and Registrar, I watched probably well over 50,000 graduates progress across the stage in this magnificent building, including proudly watching my eldest son to receive their hard-earned awards, never to imagine that I too would join the ranks of Hertfordshire graduates, albeit you, the graduates of allied health professions and midwifery, have earned the right to be here by hard academic slog. As Deputy and then Secretary and Registrar, I was extremely fortunate in being involved in many of the changes as we developed as a university, from how we structured our academic regulations and internal organisation to issues of ceremonies and university governance. But a particular pleasure was the chance to be involved in many projects as we engaged with the community in Hertfordshire and beyond. And I'm delighted to receive an award at a ceremony where many of the graduates come from our community and have or will take up appointments in the NHS and other health organisations in Hertfordshire, in London and surrounding counties. It represents the role this university has played in the life of Hertfordshire and region. I've been passionate about emphasising that the university should not only play a national and international role, but should be firmly embedded in the life of its locality. A sense of place and identity is important, especially as the world appears less certain even than it did a few years ago. As Hatfield Polytechnic, the university had established an international reputation for the training of engineers for the aviation industry, which forms so much of the heritage of Hatfield and Hertfordshire as a whole, and educating scientists for the burgeoning pharmaceutical industries in the county. In the 1980s, the university merged with 2 teacher training colleges to form a strong school of education, such that many of the current teaching staff in Hertfordshire schools all have received training from this university. In the early 90s, we merged with the Hertfordshire School of Art and Design, which was based in St Albans, and now the School of Creative Arts plays a major role in the life of the creative industries, including film, in the county. At the same time, we merged with the various health colleges in Hertfordshire and Barnet, such that, as today's ceremony amply demonstrates, many of the nurses, midwives, physiotherapists, radiographers, paramedics, other health professionals in Hertfordshire and the North London boroughs all graduated from this university. The university's historians have a well-deserved natural reputation for their enthusiastic advocacy and development of local history and heritage across the county. Our astronomers have long promoted the public understanding of science and feature regular events for the public at the Training Observatory at Bayfordbury, whilst our engineers and computer scientists work with local firms and organisations to provide the skills needed to create new high-tech products and services. The business school advises on the development of entrepreneurship and provides support for SMEs. Similarly, the School of Law has numerous links with nearly all the legal firms in Hertfordshire. The list of academic engagement across our region is endless, but the engagement of the university extends beyond academic activity. The role that the university has played in our local economy is enormous. This is true of every university, as research shows. This university has played a major role in refashioning, as the Vice-Chancellor said, and improving public transport links within across the county and between the county and North London. Obviously, the creation of UNO, or University Bus, was key to this, and I'm pleased to have played a role in that. But the university has worked with the county council, district councils and other public bodies on a whole range of projects to try and improve public transport at a time when congestion from the private motor car becomes ever more challenging and funding becomes even tighter. The university has promoted much cultural and artistic activity. The de Havilland Philharmonic and the Art Gallery in St Albans are just 2 examples. As the Vice-Chancellor mentioned, the Hertfordshire County Sports Partnership is one of the most successful county sports partnerships in the country and is hosted by the university. Students too are involved in community activity, both through the Students' Union and as individuals through the volunteering initiative. There is engagement in civic activity, with the university supporting the regeneration of Hatfield Town Centre, the involvement of countless staff and students as school governors, and in numerous voluntary organisations. As the university developed its vision for its sites to replace old buildings spread across 3 locations in Hertfordshire, an initiative led by the previous Vice-Chancellor and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, both of whom it is wonderful to see here today, together they forged strong links with the Welwyn Hatfield Borough Council and the community in Hatfield to facilitate the development of the de Havilland campus and then the 2020 vision for the College Lane campus, a process which has created a wonderful environment for our students and facilities fit for the 2020s and beyond. And there is involvement too of leading members of our county community in the governance and advisory bodies of the university. Present in the audience are former and current members of the Board of Governors who epitomise service of the university to the community, and in return, the service of leading members of our community back to the university. This list could be endless, but what these examples show is how much the university has contributed since its creation as a college, a polytechnic, and a university. I have had the privilege of being involved in a number of the projects and activities that I've mentioned, and view my award today also as recognition of the work undertaken by many university colleagues in serving Hertfordshire and its surrounding region over the years. I'm delighted to be part of the wonderful occasion of a graduation ceremony in this magnificent building, and thank the university again for conferring an award upon me. Can I also extend my thanks to the staff of the university who organised these ceremonies so flawlessly. Having been involved in these ceremonies for over 25 years, I know how hard a job it is and how much furious peddling goes on underneath. But ceremony after ceremony, those who graduate are made to feel really special, and this is down to the commitment and professionalism of everyone involved. And of course, can I offer you, the graduates of allied health professions and midwifery, my warmest congratulations on your awards and wish you every success for the future. Thank you.
We shall now receive the graduates of the Department of Allied Health Professions and Midwifery. Graduates are presented by a member of academic staff from their school or department, and I first call upon Dr. Lisa Whiting.
Department of Allied Health Professions and Midwifery, Doctor of Philosophy. Natasha Rose Phillips has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in recognition of a programme of work entitled The Leadership Role of the NHS Ward Sister, a case study informed by complex responsive processes of relating. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Natasha Rose Phillips.
Master of Science degree in Advanced Paramedic Practice, Critical Care, David Roger Hawkins. Master of Science degree in Paramedic Science, Adam James Kenningham Brown. Paul Lay. Master of Science degree in Advanced Physiotherapy, Emily Fox. Deborah Williams. Master of Science degree in Advanced Physiotherapy, Neuromusculoskeletal, Matthew Peter Gilliatt. With distinction, Luke Hills. Postgraduate Diploma in Advanced Physiotherapy, Neuromusculoskeletal, Tara Katrina Maguire. Master of Science degree in Sport and Exercise Rehabilitation, Tracy Bolger. Master of Science degree in Dietetics, Advanced Practice, Marjan Bagheri. Master of Science degree in Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences, Diagnostic Imaging, Catherine Lamarck. Olawasian Olanini Omole. Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Imaging and Radiation Sciences, Image Interpretation, Valerie Elizabeth Dean. Master of Science degree in Midwifery and Women's Health, Karen Ann Griffin. Elizabeth Jane Munro. Master of Midwifery degree, Josephine Tomasi. Bachelor of Science degree in Pre-Registration Midwifery, Samantha Ketley. Chantel Letitia Robson. With first class honours, Laura Ann Wrighton. Bachelor of Science degree in Pre-Registration Midwifery Shortened, winner of a University Prize, Oluwagbemiro Arinola Banwo. With first class honours, Emma Ann Everly. With first class honours, Nicole Holborn. Chikondi Bernadette Lawrenson. With first class honours, Rosa Matalana Williamson. Alicia Angelica Riley. With first class honours, Jessica May Shepherd. Bachelor of Science degree in Paramedic Science, Tony Ball. Ryan John Bates. Rebecca Lauren Bowes. Callum John Braund. Rosie Anna Burt. With first class honours, Catherine Campbell. Sean Dennell Kerniff. Amy Cotter. Hannah Jade Cousins. Catherine Crossman. With first-class honours, Kieran David Doherty. Emily Louise Francis. Gregory Michael Groom. Kasim Murat Hass. With first-class honours, Owen Hayter. With first-class honours, Jessica Alice Hurst. Ben Paxton Holroyd. Marie Hurst. Felicity Kimber Sweatman. Josephine Victoria Lawson. Juliet Catherine McGill. Eleanor Rose Meehan. Katie Morris. Christopher Ronald Pover. Daniel Price. Bethany Kathleen Reeves. With first-class honours, Harriet Roberts. Amy Robson. Stephen Aaron Saville. Kathleen Amelia Sears. Andrew Short. Harriet Smith. Alexander Thompson. James Robert White. Gemma Yearley. Foundation Degree Science in Paramedic Science, Matthew Molyneux. Bachelor of Science degree in Physiotherapy, Ala and Abu Al-Akras. With first-class honours, Laura Bailey. With first-class honours, Lucy Elizabeth Bell. Modepe Orioluwa Balarin. Sarah Christine Clark. With first-class honours, Rebecca Lee Collier. With first-class honours, Lauren Cully. Esther Angelina Daniel. Joel Atkins. Louise Fickery. Chloe Fowler. James Lawrence Fowler. Kirsty Graham. Kira Beth Halloran. Orla Healy. Zaina Jaffar. With first-class honours, Andrew Killen. Holly Joan Learmouth. Daniel Lears. With first-class honours, Jack Maguire. Jack MacDonald. With first-class honours, Emma Louise Molina. With first-class honours, Lauren Margaret Parker. Anna Lucia Pinto. Emily Jane Piper. John Privet. Nikhil Stephen Samuel. Emma Saunders. Simon Shaw. With first-class honours, Cameron Ward. With first-class honours, Freya Wincott. With first-class honours, Katie Wood. Yo Sihao Huhan.
Bachelor of Science degree in Diagnostic Radiography and Imaging, with first-class honours, Amal Abdi. Sarah Abukar. With first-class honours, Jeremy Amiel Adante. Elizabeth Olamide Ifeteo Adeyina. Mariam Osman Ahmed. Ogogo Akwo. Douglas Akwazi Ababio. Asad Ali. Nicole Amdura. Jaspreet Bagda. Daniel Barnes. Molly-Ann J. Bentley. Sarah Lola Abolai Blair. With first-class honours, Neil Bahani. Holly Lauren Karen Brianton. Trevor George Burnham. Raphael Charalambus. Hafza Ijaz Chowdhury. Nadia Makaita Chihambakwe. Megan Cronin. Samira Aliye Dries. With first-class honours, Sammy Elcott. With first-class honours, Elliot Michael Joseph Farl. Alas Abdul Qadir Farah. Rachel Foley. With first-class honours, Chloe Alexandra Frith. Michael Stephen Frost. Matthew Gallifent. Stephanie Gill-Martin. Janmajaya Giri. Tara Gurung. Charlotte Hackett. Amal Hassan. Yasmin Hassan Billay. Lorna Marie Hooper. Carly Hope. Lauren Hopkins. Jirina Howard. Lauren Hubbard. With first-class honours, Benjamin James Humphreys. Katie Elizabeth Jones. Robin Jones. Ravina Judge. Nuzhat Khan. Caroline Keeley. Nairadzai Combo. Johannes Jacobus Labuchagne. Emily Jane Link. With first-class honours and winner of the Ivor England Prize, Peter Lustard. Blessing Majaji. Arub Majed. Tavadza Lucinda Makawa. Kudzai Masilo. Robin Matson. With first-class honours and a winner of a university prize, Connor Matthews. Joanne Marie Melvin. Kieran Mistry. Kundai Muzaya. Louis Nabulsi. Sean Nagel. Jamie Hubert Noonan. Laura O'Carroll. Shauna Amelia O'Shea. Maureen Ifioma Ibioha Agwanihu. Laura O'Neill. Elaine Ormez. Asana Osman. With first-class honours, Pavan Pankania. Roshni Shivji Patel. Zyba Pathan. Hannah Ann Phillips. Benjamin Louis Phipps. With first-class honours, Radha Kumari Rai. Fatima Roble. Emily Rounce. Celestine Barber Saki Clark. Arunraj Sathya Seelan. Chloe Susanna Saxby. Abdirahim Adan Sultan. Holly Jane Tabor. Andrew Tanner. Sonia Thomas. Amanda Joy Thompson. Luke Gregory Towers. Hassan Wasame. Chelsea Helen White. Deborah Williams. Mohammed Awais Yusuf.
Bachelor of Science degree in Radiotherapy and Oncology, Olukemi Jisola Adiosun. Christakis Agitholios. Maruk Ahmed. Madia Begum. Jake Bruce. With first-class honours, Catherine Elizabeth Conway. Ellen Deere. With first-class honours and winner of a university prize, Bryony English. Faisa Ghani. Ira Gu Silata. Agnes Halouf. With first-class honours, Brooke Victoria Holson. Zulikfa Imtiaz. Farai Anisu Nugomi Madzvum Utsi. With first-class honours, Natalie Alexandra McLean. Juliana Morgos. Jonathan Upong Pisa. Vendula Peknis Moravska. Harriet Plummer. Jennifer Ann Porter. Pranab Rai. Sidra Ali Shah. Kate Smith. Siobhan Suku. Iris Young.
School of Life and Medical Sciences, Department of Psychology and Sports Studies, Doctor of Clinical Psychology. Camilla Nguyen has been awarded the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology in recognition of a programme of work entitled Sociality in Autism, Building Social Bridges in Autism Spectrum Conditions through Lego-Based Therapy. Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Camilla Nguyen. Bachelor of Science degree in Psychology, Sarah Esther Mordecai.
It's now my pleasure to call upon Kate Conway to address the Assembly on behalf of the graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honour to stand here in front of you and my fellow graduates to give a few words of thanks to all those that have helped us to achieve this goal. When we embarked on this journey just a few short years ago, the idea of standing here in our robes in this beautiful abbey seemed so far in the distance. Yet here we are, and we should all feel immensely proud of our achievements. Yet we should not forget we would not have got here if it wasn't for the dedication and commitment of so many people I hope to try and recognise today. I can remember arriving on my first day, quite unsure of what to expect. I sat among my equally nervous classmates as we all wondered what lay ahead of us. However, it didn't take long for us to start introducing ourselves to each other and generally chatting away. And I'm sure some of our lecturers would say some of us haven't stopped talking since. This will be one of my enduring memories when I reminisce on my time at the University of Hertfordshire. You can talk to everyone. It doesn't matter if they are staff or student, on your course or not. There is an amazingly welcoming culture that surrounds this university. So firstly, I would like to thank the University of Hertfordshire, which is an institution we can all be honoured to say that we have been a part of. It has not only provided an amazing environment in which to learn, but one where many of us have made lifelong friendships. Whether that be through our common goal of study, the many clubs in society, or on a memorable night out or two in the Forum. And let's not forget the amazing summer balls put on at the Students' Union. It's one of the few places where ball gowns and dodgems go hand in hand. Next, I would like to thank all of the staff involved in our programmes. I've had a privilege to get to know and work with a number of you during my time here, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support and encouragement that you have given each one of the graduates here today. We may not always see it, but you work tirelessly and often without thanks to ensure that we have become the best versions of ourselves and professionals that both you and the university can be proud of. So from all of us to all of you, thank you for everything you have done for us and hope you continue to inspire students for many years to come. To our friends, families and loved ones, I want to thank you all for your support and patience over these years. It has been a long journey to get to this point, and I'm sure I can speak for everyone here that without your ongoing encouragement, whether that be a sympathetic ear or a timely cup of coffee, we would not be here today without you. We may not have said it then, so let me say it now. Thank you. This just leaves me to congratulate Mr. Philip Waters for receiving an honorary doctorate at this fine university, and to say a warm thank you to the Vice-Chancellor for receiving the graduates of the Department of Allied Health Professions and Midwifery. Thank you.
Kate, thank you very much for those very kind words. Now, if you'll allow me to say a few, can I begin by being the very first to congratulate our new graduates and to say how proud I am of them, and I hope they are of the University of Hertfordshire. Graduates, very, very well done. Now, some of you may have been reading in the newspapers some rather negative press about universities, suggesting perhaps that there were too many graduates now being produced by Britain's universities. Let me tell you, this is fake news, although I hesitate to use Donald Trump's refrain. But I will give you some evidence which you can use, evidence particularly relating to the University of Hertfordshire, but broader evidence about graduates across the United Kingdom. Let me start by telling you about our success in terms of graduates getting jobs. Last year, 96% of our graduates had jobs within 6 months of graduation. 80%, almost, of them had jobs in what are defined as graduate-level employment. Now, I'm sure it was more than 80%, but the way the definitions run, it's classified in such a way that we can only claim about 80%. I should say, though, that our result in terms of graduate employment was the best in the east of England. In order to support this data, the government this year have introduced a new measure. It's called the LEO measure. Now, the LEO measure is the Longer Employment Outcome Measures. And what they've done is they've looked at inland revenue results from all our graduates 5 years after graduation. And I'm delighted to say that across the university, graduates from the University of Hertfordshire appear in the top half, and many of the subjects that we do in the top quarter of all universities in the United Kingdom. It's a fantastic achievement. Over and above that, The Economist magazine has analysed this LEO data, and they have looked to determine whether universities are adding value to individuals, and they've done so by taking a number of metrics, looking at the location of the university within the United Kingdom, whether it's in the southeast or in the north, the spread of subjects that the university teaches, the tariffs that students come into universities in, and they've come up with a league table which demonstrates what added value a university gives to a graduate in terms of their earning capability after graduation. And I'm delighted to say that our university comes 18th in the United Kingdom, and on average, our graduates are likely to earn £1,000 more than the benchmark, if you like, would suggest every graduate in the UK would generate. So it's a fantastic result for us in terms of this LEO data. But of course, it's not only graduates from the University of Hertfordshire who enrich the country. I should tell you that on average, a graduate will, over their lifetime, earn about £100,000 more than a non-graduate on average. And indeed, for women, that differential is even greater. Secondly, you should all be aware, I hope you are, that graduates are healthier than non-graduates. They also are much more likely to take part in community activity. They're much more likely to vote. And for all the mums out there, you'll be reassured to know they're much less likely to go to jail. Ladies and gentlemen, there is absolutely no doubt that when you look at the evidence, doing a university degree is a fantastic thing to do and, of course, adds great value to you as an individual within the country. I should say, though, that you may also, rather than simply getting a job in a business, you may wish to set up your own business. We have a fantastic record as a university of graduates, when they've graduated, establishing their own business. In our paramedical courses, one of our graduates has recently set up a private ambulance service, which is doing incredibly well. In pharmacy, one of our students has set up something called something like Your Dose. It's an app-based provision which allows individuals to manage their medication. Now, this has a number of fantastic benefits. Firstly, it saves the National Health Service an enormous amount of money. Secondly, it ensures that you actually take the medication which you are prescribed. But thirdly, of course, it has a terrific ability to stop things like antimicrobial resistance, which is becoming a major problem across the United Kingdom. So graduates from our university are doing wonderful things in terms of establishing their own businesses. But let me also say to you, within business, some of our graduates have done really remarkable things. The next time you take a flight and you happen to get on an A380, one of the huge double-decker aeroplanes, and you're wondering, as you're flying along, how on earth this plane can be supported on these wings. The plane weighs 630 tons when it's laden. And you're looking out the window and you're thinking, oh my word, I do hope that whoever designed these wings did it properly. Well, I'm pleased to say it was a graduate from the University of Hertfordshire that designed the wings on the A380, so you can travel in utmost confidence. Of course, university is about more than just getting a job. And some of the marvellous things that have happened in the last year at the University of Hertfordshire deserve telling. I can only give you one of those. Some of you will be aware that the star nearest to our own sun is a star called Proxima Centauri. A group of our astrophysicists have identified that close to that star, I say close, it's 1 trillion kilometres away, but close in relative terms, close to that star is a planet which occupies something called the habitable zone. So this is a planet which could support life, so we believe. Now, it's only 4 light years from Earth. That's not far in celestial terms, but indeed, it actually isn't far if you consider that some of the lasers which are now being produced have the capacity to project very small material at about 1/4 of the speed of light. What does that mean? Well, it means that we could in 16 years, essentially get a message of some sort to a potentially habitable planet. Doesn't just that stimulate your imagination that there may be life out there which we can now contact? And certainly if you speak to the astrophysicists at our university, they will tell you, on the basis of odds, given the number of potentially habitable planets that exist in the universe, it is likely that life exists elsewhere. It's rather reassuring, I think. Let me finish, though, by reflecting on the attributes which we would like you, our graduates, to take with you as you leave the university. We would, of course, like you to be good in terms of your learning skills, in terms of your research skills. These are skills which, of course, as information develops at an increasing pace, you will need to use throughout your lives. And I hope that you're able to do that effectively as a consequence of the education you've had at our university. I hope you're professional, particularly in the subjects which we're looking at this evening. Professionalism is hugely important. As a university which is business-facing, then of course we expect that of you, and I'm sure that you'll deliver. We hope that you've got intellectual flexibility, and by that I mean that you will consider things out with your subject. I hope that now that you've graduated, you find some more time, perhaps to read, perhaps to engage with the arts, with music, whatever, but certainly things which will enrich your lives. I think that is hugely important for individuals throughout life. I hope too that you will respect others. This university has people from 120 different countries attending it. One of our founding values is that we respect each other within the university, and I hope that you'll continue to do that in society as you leave us. And finally, as one of our attributes, I hope that you will embrace what I call social responsibility. And by that I don't just mean that you will obey the law, but go far beyond that, that you will engage with your neighbours, that you'll engage with your friends, and that you'll engage with your communities and contribute in a positive way to our society. And isn't that needed at this time? Ladies and gentlemen, that is all I want to say to our graduates, but I absolutely want to say something to you, those sitting directly in front of me, probably mums, dads, husbands, perhaps children, wives, friends of the graduates that we have today. I'm sure their journey through the university has been made very much easier by the support that you've given them. And I wonder if the graduates might join with me in thanking you, their supporters, for all the help they've given during their time at the university. Students, graduates. Are they going to St Albans, to the arena? Yeah. That ends the formal part of the evening. There is now, though, a reception at the Alban Arena, which you're very welcome to join with us at. Please, though, could I now ask you to be upstanding as the academic procession leaves the Abbey. Thank you.